Hello everyone, it's Attacker72 here, and for today, welcome back everybody to another review video. I haven't done this in a while, but for today's topic of review, we are going to be discussing and talking about my honest review and opinion on the latest entry to the Wii Sports series, Nintendo Switch Sports. I wasn't really planning on getting Switch Sports at some point, but yesterday I managed to get it. I played all of the sports, not soccer though, that's going to take a while for me. But yeah, I will say that Switch Sports was interesting. We all remember the iconic Wii Sports game, where at first it was only a tech demo with just 5 different sports: tennis, baseball, bowling, and golf, and the iconic boxing with Matt in there. But then Wii Sports Resort, which I like to say is I guess you can say the sequel of it, is really definitely better. 12 different sports, and most of them are pretty new, such as wakeboarding, table tennis, basketball, archery, swordplay, or as now the Switch Sports Switch Sport entry likes to call it, chambara, cycling, air sports. Just all of this is definitely a huge upgrade from the original Wii Sports. But ever since then, there hasn't really been any new games about it lately. It just seems kind of forgotten. And what's even weirder is the fact that Nintendo recently has been kind of getting a bit mixed up when it comes to the Miis, because I will discuss that later. But yeah, Wii Sports has not gotten a new entry until now. So the real question is, does it live up to its hype? Does it really stay true to the original Wii Sports? Well, let's start reviewing this game, and I just have a lot of things to say about it right now. So first off, let's talk about one of the issues that I have to address right now. When this entry was first announced, the first thing they showed off were these original characters right here. These characters that kind of has a Mii-esque style. But when they first announced these quote-unquote Mii characters, many were just, a bit skeptical and, obviously, pretty judged on this. Because what makes Wii Sports really a great thing to begin with was that it gave birth to the iconic Mii characters. Miis were basically one of the best things in the Wii era, where you can just create absolutely anything. But as of recently, ever since the Switch's launch, Nintendo has been kind of going a bit left and right on what to do with the Miis. Like, they've been only reduced to profile pics, sometimes playable characters, but never having their own main entries anymore. Like, Tomodachi Life has not gotten a Switch port, but Miitopia did last year. And then, the Miis were also included in Mario Kart Tour. My point is that with Switch Sports, they kind of just sort of replaced it. Now, they didn't really replace the Miis, actually. They are still here. But with the new avatars, many were a bit skeptical about this. To me personally, when I found it, I was a little off by these avatars. But after a while, I actually think they're quite a cool design. And even though the Miis are still there, I did get used to the whole avatar thing. Which, yes, the whole Miis were the reason why Wii Sports was great to begin in, especially with such iconic characters like Matt. But now, I can at least be glad that the Miis are still there. But I'm now getting used to the avatars, and that's about it. But really, what about the content itself? Well, so far, there's only 6 sports. Technically 7, because golf is on the way. But as of right now, we've gotten 6 sports. We've got volleyball, badminton, bowling, soccer, chambara, or just swordplay, tennis, because I guess, I guess these two are just kind of the same, in my opinion. Now that's already another problem that fans already has, and that's the fact that it's only 6 sports. With Wii Sports, it makes sense since it was a tech demo, but Wii Sports Resort definitely upped it up with its content and different kinds of things you can do in this one. However, with Switch Sports, it's only very limited, and to many, it feels weirdly lackluster. This is a weird trend that Nintendo has been doing recently when it comes to sports games. Mario Golf and Mario Tennis Aces, they didn't have complete content yet, so they decided to bring out free DLC characters, some free updates every once in a while, and that is really what's going to be happening with Switch Sports with the upcoming golf one, in which I will talk about golf at some point when it comes out this July. But yeah, I can see that as a problem. To me personally, I feel like when they add more sports on the way, hopefully they'll add back, I don't know, like baseball or boxing, because boxing was one of the best things in Wii Sports. But if they decide to add that later on, that actually what keeps Switch Sports a bit more hype. We already got the golf confirmed, but with more on the but I hope when there's more on the way, I can at least say that Switch Sports may still be alive by then. But then there's also another thing. There's these weekly unlockable accessories. Since with the Mii's still being there, but also with the new avatars, you can also customize your characters and how they look. I'm currently, and there's, like I said, it's a weekly thing. You can get accessories by how well you do globally online in Switch Sports and all. And yeah, I can definitely say there's really a bunch of different kinds of ways you can do it. For example, bowling. Now, the bowling one, the physics and controls for bowling works very well. Same goes with Chambara. I'm not really too sure about badminton and tennis. There were some issues about it. And volleyball, yeah, it kind of is a bit mixed up because whenever you try and hit the ball, it mostly sensed it as either a little early or a little late. So I can't really tell whether or not how am I supposed to tell how am I supposed to know how to do well in volleyball? But that's pretty much just me. I don't know. I'm probably just bad at the sport. But yeah, I forgot to mention this. Like I said, I forgot to mention this. The controls work very well. Most likely pointed on bowling and Chambara, and that's all I can say about the controls. They work very well, but like I said, since you can get accessories by playing online, how does the online work? Because, you know, Switch games tend to have weirdly bad online at times. Surprisingly, Switch Sports Online is pretty well. You can really get other players whenever you play sports very quickly. It only lasts for about 5 to 8 seconds, and you can basically go there on some point. Plus, playing Switch Sports Online competitively is really incredible. Bowling ball, you can basically there's like an elimination there's like an elimination rule where the top 8 players, whatever, like we got 16 players. And then whoever is in the bottom 8 gets eliminated. And it gets intense every time, making you strategize and, you know, thinking how you're supposed to bowl. That is definitely one of the best things I love about it. And like, I mean, accessories, these are weekly, so maybe they could add some things later on. But yeah, that's all I can say about Nintendo Switch Sports. This is only a quick review, because like I said earlier, this game is currently lacking in content. There's just a weird trend going on with Nintendo adding free updates every once in a while. But with golf coming in like the next couple of months, I can safely say that Switch Sports, if you are a huge fan of the Wii Sports series and are a little nostalgic by it, I can definitely recommend getting this. But if you don't really like the lackluster content, I suggest not buying it and waiting until they are fully complete with this whole thing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my review. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions down below with Nintendo Switch Sports. Let me know all your thoughts and down below. And so with that, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos, follow my Twitter, and if you guys do not want to subscribe, then that's completely fine by me. And remember this, once a legend, always a legend. Like a Hellcat.